I'm here to put the belly pin on a 40 police bike being supervised by the Doo-Doo Bear here. The reason why I'm showing you this is because I didn't even put this in the Rustico or the citrus. All I did was steam clean it and wet it down with Gibbs. You can see how nice and parkerized this came from all that grease. There's no rust or nothing. So imagine what it would look like after I got it out of the Rustico, out of the citrus, and then put Gibbs on it. All I did was steam it off. This bike is coated with this massive coat of grease which has preserved the motorcycle. So if I ever get a chance to pull this down and clean it up, this is what the whole bike's going to come out like. Just amazing. No rust, nothing, no rust. So when you go to do something, always have your nuts and bolts and pieces laid out next to you. I went ahead and tapped and dyed these here because these are always at the bottom and the threads are always a little messed up. And just to clarify, if you tap and dye something, it only removes material when the material is in the way, like the threads messed up. It's not going to remove anything that doesn't need to be removed. Any extra dirt, it'll remove any tore up threads, but it's not going to remove something it's not supposed to. Anybody tells you that, don't know how to tap and dye. So she's going to try to get this, as I'm doing this under here, these little bolts go in the back and they go facing down. That's how Harley put them. All these original paints all had the little bolts facing down in the back. So we put the nut head in backwards and then your tip like that. You're not quite getting what I'm doing. I don't have to get down here. Right.
Well, I can't see what I'm doing there.
Well, that's why you tilt that, so you can see what you're doing.
Okay.
Like so. There we go. So again, we take our little nut and bolt, and you put your head in backwards, like so, with your finger in the back. Whoops. And you tilt it down, like so, into the hole. Okay. Then we take and we put our bottom on first in the back, and this is why you really need to have clean threads, because if you got bad threads, this is going to really fuck with you. That doesn't mean it still doesn't fuck with you a little bit, but it will. And I didn't wash anything more than I had to. We just want to start our threads. And it's still nice and nasty and dirty here, which is where it's going to stay until I ever pull this bike apart. Right now it's just sitting, waiting its turn in the lineup. I just want to get the thread started a little bit. Now we're going to go to the front bolts here. If you put this together to ride, this tab comes down on that side to lock it in place. Come on. Come here. Messing with me. There we go. Put the tab up first on this one, and then put it in place. Now this here, when you get ready to ride the thing, actually takes that cotter pin through here, but I'm not going to do that. Take your washer here and your nut here and your bolt here. That's how Harley put them together.
Yeah, let me see that.
We'll do the best we can. No, you have to catch it just right. First you got to get it in the hole, and it's a pretty tight fit. That's why you need the impact. Some pop right through and some don't. This one, they're always a puzzle, and it's a very tight fit for your fingers. There we go.
Got it.
It's threading now. So now, in case you're wondering, there's a special little nut with a lock tab that goes in here underneath that generator, which stays in place, but it's not part of the case. I think it can get in here. And there we go. You put your wrench through the back side here. Okay, goes to the back. I spent a bit of time pulling all the grease off of this where I could actually disassemble it. And that's why I didn't take a video of those, because it takes a lot of time to do all that. Nobody wants to see that, and I'm not editing these videos. I have no editing equipment. So we're just showing you what happens as it happens, as we can. That's how you put your belly pan back on. Now, again, if I was planning on riding this bike, I'd turn that little lock tab down right there, okay? And I put a cotter pin right up here. And this bike's just gonna sit till we get ready to pull it apart. But all this is gibbsed in, won't rust again, it'll be beautiful. And now, the main thing, I wanted to clean it so I could clean up my thread, see what I had, gibbs it, and now I know a real good idea of what kind of shape this bike is in. These belly pans tell you a lot. The shape of your belly pan is the shape of the bike. Your belly pan's messed up, that's what you're gonna find. The belly pan's real nice and juicy, the whole bike's juicy. See you guys in the next video.
Okay.